YouTube? Justin Fuller here, and today I'm bringing you a little bit different content. So I don't have a car sitting behind me. I'm not climbing out of one, and I'm not talking about it immediately. And that's because I just didn't have a car to show you today. But I did grab some Honda news related to the brand new 2023 CR-V and a new Honda motorcycle that's coming out that maybe you're interested in. I don't know. You'll tell me. So let's hop on in. All right, guys. So the first thing I want to talk to you is about the Honda Prel Sport Trim. Now, they've taken this vehicle out, and you can see on Motor Trend if you want to see all 43 of the different images related to this, and they're testing it. Testing that rugged durableness, right? Is durableness a word? It might be. I don't know. But either way, they are out there testing this vehicle, and something popped up in these images that caught my eye. Now, the first couple images are just action shots of, yeah, we're going off-road, we're doing fun stuff, which if you've never been off-roading, a lot of fun. I do recommend it. But this image right here is what caught my attention. This is showing that it has a trail cam on the front of this vehicle aimed forward, and then this secondary button is going to be a trail cams running down the side of the vehicle. So when you're trying to get around obstacles or through tight spots, you can actually see to the left and the right of you. Now, let me jump over here a couple screens here, and I will show you what that looks like when you switch over to those side cams. Very cool in the sense that it's giving you kind of an idea for how close and where things are at related to the sides of the vehicle. I know I relatively got asked, a couple times, hey, does Honda ever want to do like a 360 cam or anything like that? Well, I haven't seen anything up to date, but I do like this idea. One, because they're going after that a little bit more the crowd that wants to be outdoors, right? A little bit more of that Subaru crowd, right? The outdoors, the rugged, the Jeep users, right? Now, I'm not saying that they're going to steal that crowd, but I like where they're going because if it leads to innovation, it leads to new things that start landing in their vehicles. I'm a supporter, right? I like to go camp. I like to do fun stuff. I do happen to own a Jeep as well. So I love that they're doing this. And if it lands stock inside of a vehicle where you're not paying for aftermarket items to add things on like this, I think it's a great idea. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is, of course, the 2023 Honda CR-V. Probably the most anticipated car most of the year for Honda because it is their #1 seller. It outsells the Accord. It's been doing so for a few years now. Outside of that, the only thing you're going to see people get really excited about is things like, Civic Type Rs and some of these cars that nobody can get their hands on anyways, but they're fun toy cars, right? There's something you can play with and really get after it. So, related to the Honda CR-V, I've made previous videos kind of going over the trims, the pricing, all of that. If you've never seen those videos, I'll throw something here that you can click on. So know that you can check that out if you want a little bit more information to understanding what they're going to offer, what they're not, how it's going to work. But the purpose of this is that I want to let you know that right now you can hop on Honda.com and you can actually build out a car. So here I am at automobiles.honda.com, and of course on the screen you have your CR-V option and your CR-V hybrid option. So I'm going to go ahead and click into the standard CR-V to build it, right? So for the sake of this, the first thing it's going to show you is both options you have available, since there are going to be 2 trim levels in the non-hybrid and 2 trim levels in the hybrid, so something to be aware of. And then you have your MSRPs here. These MSRPs are excluding that destination charge, which I want to say is like $1,145. Let's see, no, $1,245. And then reminder, there's a $395 charge for premium colors, which I'll explain more here in a second. So let's pretend we want to build this EX. The first thing it's going to pop up is show you the exterior and then the interior. So if you want to get a feel for how this is going to be different from previous generations, you can absolutely look around. Now, related to jumping from all-wheel drive to two-wheel drive, right there, boom, $1,500 extra bucks if you want all-wheel drive. Now, where things get cool is right here. Not only is it going to show me my exterior colors, but it's also going to let me know. So I'm clicked on this current one, which is meteorite gray metallic. It's letting me know I have 2 interior color options. Now, in previous years, Honda kind of sucked at this. And the reason I say that is because what they would do is they would give you the option to build a car, but you could build it with any interior. And a lot of times those combos didn't exist in real life. You could be like, yeah, I want the black interior, but I want it on this car with this interior. And you're like, that doesn't exist. You can't do that. You can't do red with, beige or gray or whatever it is, right? So now they've set this up to where you can actually see the options ahead of time, and it's categorized in the correct way. Now, the thing I don't like about this is that you can see that there are 4 colors here. There's this metallic blue, there's an urban gray pearl, which is actually going to be a really cool color. It's kind of that primer gray that you've probably seen on Civics and some of the other vehicles live. A platinum white pearl, which they've done a million times, and a red, right? Don't know, I got a feeling this is going to be a little bit more of the traditional red, not your like maroons. But what I don't like about those 4 is that they're charging $395 for a premium color. That is a pull right out of the Toyota handbook. There's no reason to charge that, guys. Just make them all the same price. That's what Honda's bread and butter is. Hey, man, I've got 3 packages or 4 packages. This is how they work. This is how much they cost. Pick any color you want, any interior you want. This car comes with this set of amenities in it. If you want the extra amenities, you can climb up to the next model. Not, well, you got packages and you got this, and it convolutes the pricing and makes it hard for everyone. And it's a nightmare to try to control that inventory when somebody wants a specific package, a specific color, and all of that, right? So, kind of the road they're heading down here, not a fan. But no big deal. Now, related to other packages, and this is going to be like add-on accessories, I would first tell you I wouldn't buy any of these. But the reason I wouldn't is like this first one. This first one, all-season protection package. It's 3 items. It's splash guards, which if you're not familiar with that, it's like a plastic mud flap that goes on the back of each wheel well. It takes about 2 screws to put them in. You can do it at your house if you wanted them. The second one, all-season floor mats and a cargo tray. These 3 items through Honda adds up to $460. And if you buy them at the dealership, a little secret here, they're going to charge you to install them. Now, the splash guards, I could argue there's an installation because somebody did have to put it up on a lift and put them on, but they will charge you an installation cost for all-season floor mats and a cargo tray as well, even though a guy just pulled them out of a box and said, and threw them in. Kind of dumb. Related to these items, though, I would tell you that you can buy all-season floor mats. You can buy a cargo tray through Amazon. I've done plenty of videos. I just did some HRV videos where I gave out plenty of links of places you can buy these, where I've actually tested them. These are companies I've worked with that use TPE, right? That's the same materials of these. They're laser cut to fit perfectly. So I'll throw some stuff down in the description of this video if you want to look at some different options out there through Amazon that'll be considerably cheaper and get the job done. Now, if you want to talk about items that I would buy through Honda, I would say that there are certain accessories that can make sense. And that's when you get into bigger items, right? When I scroll down here, maybe I'm looking at a roof rack, or maybe I'm looking at like a tailgate spoiler, which requires some electrical work. I would say maybe that's something I want to add at the time I purchase through Honda. The reason being is that anything added through the time of your purchase is going to be covered by that bumper-to-bumper warranty, that 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. Now, on an item that requires electrical lines to be cut or worked or done something, or something to be bolted onto a car that could fall off and damage the vehicle, that starts to make a little bit of sense. But when we're talking about things like all-season floor mats, don't know that I really need a warranty for those, right? Cargo mat, don't know that a warranty is really going to help me out, right? How am I even going to use a warranty with that? They're going to let you put your feet all over it. You messed it up, right? But certain items, it makes a little bit of sense. So just keep that in mind when I talk about these items. Some items are cheaper to buy and it makes sense. Others, hey man, there is an argument for why this makes sense. So know that you can get out there, you can start building your Honda CR-V, look at all the different color options, of course see what actually correlates, understand if you're going to get hit with that extra $395 charge for a specific color. So the third thing I want to talk to you about today is a little bit off color or brand than what I normally do. It is Honda related, but not specifically automobiles. I want to talk to you about Honda motorcycles for a second. So Honda is actually bringing back an old bike. They're bringing back the Honda Hornet. So the Honda Hornet 750 is coming back out. It's going to actually live in a very popular category of motorcycle, which is kind of that mid-range bike, right? It's the Yamaha MT-07s, it's the Triumph Speed Triples, it's the Ducati Monsters, right? Some of these bikes that everyone loves and they sell a lot of. I myself have owned a Yamaha MT-07, and the only reason is when I looked at the time, the only Hondas were available was a 600 and like a 1000cc, and the price difference was so much more, it just made sense for me to buy the MT-07. My wallet couldn't do it, right? So now that they're putting something that's going to live closer to that category, and I happen to be looking for another motorcycle, I'm pretty excited to see when this bike's going to come out and what it's going to be about. Now, with that said, this is going to kind of live in that category of kind of that naked neo-retro, I think is what they're calling it. I don't know if they're going to categorize it right there, but that would be my guess. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this bike is going to regularly compete with things like the MT-07, the Ducati Monsters, right? The Street Triples. And what you're seeing right here is that 745cc parallel engine. I got a feeling this one's going to be a really fun bike. Putting out 57 horsepower, it's going to be torquey, the bike's going to be light. I think it only weighs 418, 19 pounds, which is right in line with that MT-07. So as far as bikes go, it's going to be a light and fun bike to speed around town and have a good time. Now, obviously with that said, don't drive like an idiot. You will get yourself hurt or in trouble, but know that there are options out here that are coming out if you are a Honda lover that you might want to pay attention to and kind of get the details that are coming out. Now, right now, there's not a ton on this, so you're not going to get a lot other than kind of sketch drawings, but it's nice to know that they're coming out with something that's going to live in that category that's very popular. And for you Honda motorcycle lovers out there, hey, just want to share some love. Now, with all that said, guys, I hope that you will press that like button, let me know what you think of this style content. I know it's not typically what I make, but hopefully you enjoyed it. If you would like to see me do other Honda news or do a little bit of digging and learn about a specific topic for you, I hope you'll leave a comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. What do you think of the Honda Hornet? Do you even care? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. The 2023 CR-V, I would love to know your thoughts on some of the interiors, the exteriors. What are your thoughts on having to pay extra money for a color, right? I don't necessarily care for it, but I would love to know what you think. As far as the different amenities and accessories that you can get, like I said, I'll throw down in the description. If you know of a good brand, hey, I hope that you'll share that as well. I'm sure there's others out there looking. And then, of course, I love the idea of adding in trail cams and things like that. I'd love to know what your thoughts are. Well, so I hope that you'll like I hope you'll like the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. But I hope that you'll specifically like this video and leave a comment. Other than that, appreciate you tuning in, and I'll talk to you later, guys.